Thank you so much, Alexander. Now, one of the last main key components in having a wonderful team is confidence. And confidence doesn't just come from one person, but it comes from all the people in your group. And it is much easier said than done. If you're like me and get a little anxious, it's totally fine. But the best thing about having a group is that they're there for you and you're there for them. And in order to develop and maintain that confidence with your team, there are a few things you do need to learn together. And the first thing is to have the ability to trust each other. So learning each other's strengths and weaknesses is something that helps in order to have the group cooperate and meet each other's needs. Somebody's strength might be another person's weakness, or vice versa. And if we collaborate, more ideas will spark, and also this will help each other build each other and grow throughout the class or the session. Another thing that will help is contacting each other at least once a day. So whether it's through social media, email, Blackboard, discussion board, or FaceTime, anything will help to track each other's progress. And sometimes, even if there is somebody who is struggling, everybody will try to pitch in to help also. It is a team after all. Also, constructive criticism is vital. Everybody wants honest feedback, especially when it comes to building a better speech and becoming a better speaker. Being a better speaker is not easy, but constructive criticism will help pick out those flaws and help reorganize and get better at what they're doing. So sometimes a little bit of encouragement really does help. And speaking of encouragement, that comes to point number 2, which is feeding off of each other. Like the example I'm going to use, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter gave Ron Weasley a little bit of liquid luck when he was nervous and not confident in himself before a Quidditch match. Afterwards, he became very confident, and in the end, Harry gave him a placebo. It goes to show that people that are encouraging you and are very positive around you really does make a difference. So be one of those people in your team. If somebody is not comfortable, and I'm guilty, about their section, it's okay to just give them words of encouragement, and sometimes that's all that they really need. So also, sharing some tips and tricks with some of your fellow mates will also help. Breathing or counting to 10 really doesn't do it for a lot of people. So perhaps one of your tips and tricks may help another person in the very near future. Now, one of the last main points is to practice as much as you can, whether it's 2 times in front of the camera or crowd, or 1,000 times. It does help to finally get the little shakiness or anxiety off, to have the speech flow a little more naturally and get everything as much as you can. So it also goes into faking it till you make it. And what I mean by that is to fake your confidence in front of your crowd or your audience. That way you appear more confident to them, which makes you feel more confident. Psychologically, it does help. So sometimes you might be a different person in front of a crowd. Lastly, get the message through. Having that anxiety shaken off kind of doesn't do it the trick. So once you become more confident, the message gets through a lot easier. So all in all, confidence may seem like an individual struggle, but it can be just as effective in a group. So remember to reach out to your teammates, because honestly, reaching out to each other is one of the strongest tools you can have as a group. Now we have Sarah to wrap everything up. Thank you.